All right, here we are, April 2nd, 2022. It's been a couple months since I did a video. Not a whole lot going on in the winter. I do have some things growing, but it hasn't been too exciting. And I finally got tomatoes in last weekend. Although I did put a whole bunch of flowers a couple weeks ago. Got a great deal at the big box store. Also planted a whole bunch of sunflower seeds that I saved. And I got some dinosaur kale. We'll see how this goes. It's a first for me. Garlic is doing really good. Look at this. A whole bunch of garlic this year. I'm saving this for something next week. Lilies are popping up like crazy. Look at this pot. No flowers yet. That is usually around May. My green onions are starting to flower. I gotta cut these off. I've had this for years. Just keep cutting them. Serrano plant, overwintered. This is like the fourth year, so hopefully I can keep it going. Got a couple of them there. A little pot of chives, doing really good. Got some oregano. Little container of lettuce. I think I seeded this a few weeks back. Some carrots. I gotta get rid of this box of lettuce. I mean, there's still some good stuff, but it's flowering. It's a little old. But look at all these garlic. I got 4 of these pots. I don't know, 4, 5, or 6 in each pot. They're just really looking good. And another thing of carrots. So I picked up some tomatoes, Cal Poly Farm store. And these in these pots are determinants, so they won't get too big. They're looking really good. I got these in last weekend, 2 days before we had a good rainstorm. Got about 2 inches of rain, and plants are loving it. Also, last month or so, I finished up my compost and I got them in the various beds and pots. Also cleaned out some of the old cabbages. Ended up harvesting, got 4 heads of red cabbage. That wasn't too bad. So we have some more garlic. Here's another tomato plant. This one is Dad's Sunset. Right next to it, got some dill. Looking good. And I got some, I think this is a poblano. I'm trying overwinter. I think it's gonna make it. Same with this one. And this one on the end, not sure. Anyway, I got another tomato right here. Let's see what this one is. This is a solar flare. Yeah, this is a new one. Hopefully that one will go good. Got some more flowers. And sunflowers planted in here. So I'm really looking forward to that. And the other bed, I got some more garlic. Another poblano, trying to overwinter, although it's springtime. But... oh, that's these having a fit. This one's called Orange Jazz. And what I got here? Not sure what the heck this is. I think it's cilantro that's bolting, maybe some parsley. Had some celery pop up. I think one popped up here by itself. Not sure how. I had a bunch of celery, and I let them go to seed last year, so they sprinkle seed all over. So I probably just reused it. So there's 2 in here. I had one come up in another pot and I transplanted it. It looks pretty good. So here's hoping. This tomato is a steak sandwich. Now these ones in the beds, tomato-wise, are indeterminate and will get pretty big. Whoa, we got another huge pot full of lilies. Lilies are doing really well this year. A few years back, I divided them all, and they didn't seem to do too good after that. But they keep multiplying year after year, and looks like I got a couple containers that are doing really good. This one's a nice big barrel. So there's my newest bed. I got some garlic in here. Nice and tall and green. A couple more on that end. I planted a whole bunch of bush beans. Had a lot that I've been saving, so these are from beans that I saved from the previous year. I'll get something over here, maybe some peppers. Peppers I'll be getting on the 23rd of April, so I'm looking forward to that. And I got some sunflowers popping up here, along with some more garlic. And I think I'll stick I don't know, maybe a pepper, or I got some zucchini. Speaking of all that, I got all these little starts. Threw in some seeds a few weeks back. I got some Black Beauty zucchini, golden zucchini, yellow crookneck. I got some kale, the dinosaur kale, and I got some cucumbers. See, I got one that's doing nothing, and that one is a kale, so I'm not sure why they didn't pop up. And this one over here is kale, so the kale, I'm having an issue. There's one little one coming up, but the others don't look too bad. I'm a little burned out this weekend, so maybe next weekend I'll find these some homes. Another container of carrots. Been picking some of these here and there, so they're ready. I just pick them as I go. Here's the last of my red cabbage. I'm not sure if I'm going to get much out of this one, if anything. They're really small heads, but you know, you get a good amount out of them. I cooked a couple a few weeks back. And I got a bunch of onions. Now they all should look like this one, or perhaps that one, which is nice and big. But I had a bunch of this lettuce. That just popped up. It's a huge pile over here. And it pops up everywhere. It was in all these containers, and I finally cleaned them out today because they're just competing too much with my onions. As you can see, they're very small onions, but that's okay. They'll keep growing, and I guess they'll be staggered on when they're ready. I got quite a few containers, so I'm looking forward to having some onions. All planted from seeds. I got some early Texas grano. There's a red one, and I think Cipollini, if I'm saying that right, is another one. And I put one tomato plant over here for my big trellis thing I got going. This one is pork chop. Again, these are looking nice. I mean, they've really, just in a week after that rain, are just really doing nice. So I planted a whole bunch of pole beans over here. And I had one already coming up. I think that's a leftover scarlet runner. I didn't have any more beans left for those, but I think that's one. And a lot of the purple Cherokee trellis, so I think that's in there. And I just did these last weekend, so they're not going to be popping up just yet. Threw in some cucumbers, which, by the way, if I didn't mention, in those little pots that I had earlier, I planted some cucumbers as well. So I got a whole bunch of cucumber seeds in this one. And I think this one is the Kitchen King pole beans. So again, I don't got nothing yet, but it's only been since last weekend. And I think I put those in right before the rain. That was the whole idea. But I'm real excited I got tomatoes finally. And I cleaned up this one back here a little bit. Still producing. I think this is year 3. It's cherry tomatoes. You can see we still got some flowering going on. Little green tomatoes. I picked some earlier too. I had to clean this up a bit. There's a lot of little dead things. Anyway, this one's producing good. Rosemary's hanging in there. Let's take a quick look at the other tomato varieties that I got. Oh, Asti is having a fit. So let's see. This one is a patio hybrid. This one is a Burgermaster. This one is a Celebration. And the last one is a 10 Fingers of Napoli. Should be aroma. Well, anyway, that is my garden. Spring garden started. Looking forward to getting some pepper plants later in the month. And here's hoping we get some more rain because we need it. Anyway, I will be making another video either later this month when I get the peppers in or early May. Until next time.